Welcome back to another episode of The Climb. I'm Lisa.
Hi, I'm Jeremy.
And as you guys saw on the video title, this is Jeremy's story about a heart transplant and a stroke. And so we're going to let him talk about that today. So I'll kind of jump in here and there and ask you some questions. But so tell them how old you are again and kind of how long you've lived with this for those who haven't heard.
Well, I just turned 40 and have my heart transplant when I was 35. Same time I suffered a stroke too. So I'm a pretty active guy. But my heart and my stroke has really affected me.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, so this all started back in like 2015, the problems.
Yeah.
So what was your life like before that?
Well, I'm a pretty active guy, and I like hiking, backpacking, and traveling. And I hike a lot, backpacking and mountaineering. I live in the Northwest, and I climb big mountains here, like Mount Rainier, Mount Whitney. It's over 14,000 feet, and it's high up.
Is that the highest one over there?
That one is, well, Whitney is in California. Highest peak in the United States besides Alaska.
Oh, dang.
But I really enjoy that. And sorry, I'm looking over here. Some of my notes right here on my computer.
I got my notes in my lap, so
yeah. But I'm pretty thankful when I go hiking, being outside, and I just love doing that. And now we're living in North Idaho, and so I go hiking sometimes, but not
like the other hikes.
Yeah,
more like a steady trail.
Yeah, it's a little slower down, but it's fun. But
so what got you into traveling? Where'd that come from?
I take with my youth group when I was at high school, a missions trip to Mexico, and we mentioned to the people there, and I don't know, after that, I just love it. I don't know why. I just love it, and I travel, and when I go to college too, a lot of trips to Europe, and after college, I travel a lot for fun or projects, some work, and I just love experiencing other places in the world.
Did you usually travel alone or with friends?
Like
kind of both.
Yeah, so like if I go to my school or work or some of my friends, they will come. But sometimes I go alone, and I'm fine with if I do that. So I want to see the place. One time I traveled to Spain. I want to run with the bulls in Spain. Every July I have that festival, and they do that. But it's really pretty crazy. But I did, and my friend Eric, he joined me. But that time we just me and
just you two.
Yeah. And but other times I traveled to Peru, and I see the Machu Picchu, the city in the mountains, Inca city, but by myself. And it's, I love traveling. I don't know why, but I really have when I look back, every time with some money, I want to go somewhere else. Like I want to see other places.
I wonder if I had that opportunity when I was your age, if that would have been something that sparked my interest into wanting to travel. Because I grew up in a small town, and that was never a thing.
Yeah.
Traveling, I don't know. I didn't talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. So people
But
are
that's
just
cool
not.
that you got that experience.
Yeah, I feel pretty lucky.
And he's very adamant about telling people, like, it's single people too. Like, when you're young, if you're not tied down, go travel.
Yeah,
Good experience.
Yeah, the world is big, and but you see pictures or hear about some places. Why not go to see them and with your own eyes and experience them just for yourself? I really encourage people to travel.
When you think about, like you said, how big the world is and that God created everything,
Yeah, he
to
did.
see all of the creation that you can would be awesome.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity. And also, I want to add, I mean, we've gone a couple places together. Like on our honeymoon, we went to Belize and kind of traveled around a little bit one summer. And I think there is a myth out there that traveling is so expensive, and it really doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
We took our family of 5 on a budget, but we made it work. And I think that anyone can do it. So I don't think that money should be what stops people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is my 2 cents. Carry on.
Yeah. So I just love traveling and experience pretty cool things in 20s and 30s. But I hike and travel a lot, and I'm really involved with my search and rescue team in
where I forgot you did that.
Yeah, but not now, but I was. I get trained to search for people if they're lost. And I'm really I get my certification in scuba. Now I'm a dive master. So I traveled to Hawaii with my dive master card, and I sorry, I can't see too well. Sorry. I traveled to Hawaii, and I worked there. I lead scuba diving tours under the water, and it's amazing.
Can you explain that a bit, like for somebody that?
Yeah, it's like a lot of diving spots in Hawaii on a lot of reefs or wrecks. But you go to with a dive shop on their boat, and all right, sorry about that.
Some technical difficulties.
Yep.
Okay, so you were talking about diving in Hawaii as a dive master.
Yeah, so I leave scuba diving tours in Hawaii. We take a boat out and we go do some wrecks, some reefs, a lot of reefs, and it's pretty cool. The reefs and the wrecks across off the coast of Hawaii, and it's beautiful. But just pretty amazing. I feel lucky when I do that. Yeah,
I just realized we were using my computer to film, and now we're using yours, and your notes were on there.
Yep.
So we're just gonna kind of go with the flow.
Yep.
Okay, so you hiked a lot, traveled a lot. This kind of like I had asked you about what your life was like before 2015. So scuba diving, leading tours.
Yeah.
What kind of work did you do? You want to talk about that?
Maybe a little bit. I got hired my first job. I developed a survival jacket, and I helped with some not for profit organizations. I really like that. And I do love construction jobs too, like contract work. I work hard, and after it's done, I can go travel or do something else. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So then let's talk about had a pretty good life, healthy, active.
Yeah, I've never spent
independent.
Yeah, not spent one night in the hospital. Never.
Did you ever have any broken bones? You had a couple, didn't you?
Yeah,
that as a kid.
Yeah,
but nothing serious.
Yeah, not some broken bones, but not too much. I'm a pretty healthy guy. It's like, so I 2015, I just got back from a trip to Middle East. I see a Jerusalem, Dead Sea. Um, I ride a camel around the pyramids in Cairo, Egypt.
You should have wore your thing. What's that thing called that you have?
Oh yeah, I forgot what it was called. Like a headband, but
Yeah.
it's yeah. But I
Anyway,
have a good picture of that.
you have some pretty cool souvenirs from your travels.
Yeah, so it's I'm really like lucky when I travel there.
Mm-hmm.
But I go back here in Spokane for like my planned knee surgery. Have I injured my knee at work, and I try to go to this surgery to help try to repair it. So surgery looks good. Like I go there like June like 24th. I'm 2015.
You remember the exact date?
I think so.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
And I go home the same day, but next day I'll experience some problems with my breathing. My knee is hurting, but it's okay. But problem with my breathing.
Were you living with your parents at that time?
Yeah, I was with my parents.
Okay.
And my knee doctor, he called me, how's your knee doing? And then tell him my knee is fine, but problem with my breathing. And he told me, so call 911 and you go to ER.
What did that feel like? You're breathing
Like a light pressure in my chest. Like I can't breathe, but it's like constricted.
Yeah, so you felt like you like weren't getting air.
Yeah.
I've had pneumonia, and like that pain when you breathe in, did it hurt like that, or it was just pressure?
I don't know. It's happened a long time ago.
Anyway,
it's full of pressure in my chest. But so I go to the hospital. My knee is still in like a leg brace.
Oh.
And so like I go to the hospital and the ER, and they keep me after that, they check me out. They put me to the different hospital. They transfer me with an ambulance to another hospital, and that trying to find what's wrong with me. So I got whole horrible days there. First off, and like a lot of pain in my chest, my belly, and I don't know what's happened, and the doctors didn't know what either. And like 4 days in, and they found out I have inch, and they tell me, well, you need a new heart.
They told you that right there?
I found out a little later on, but yeah.
So you were 31?
Yeah, I was 31. What happened? Like really young age with heart problems, and I think to myself, why this happened?
Especially when you're active and healthy. Like,
yeah, like
just
overweight, and I like sit down couch a lot. It's like I'm really active and I like going to things and traveling to things. But it happened to me. I'm mad, but like a little more curious than mad.
Yeah.
And I spent more nights in the hospital. I spent a lot of nights in the ICU. And at first, it's like I spent the nights there in the ICU, and I experienced so much pain, and I was really rough shape. I'm hoping I could make it until tomorrow morning. It's like some nights it's really rough, and the doctors, my heart surgeon, I see him next day, and he told me, well, I'm glad you're still here. Yesterday I'm not sure we'll see you again.
Yeah, that's
it's like it's weird coming from him. It's like, yeah, well, I'm still here. So that's, but and they saved my life with they call it LVAD, or mechanical heart.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
So I have a question. You said they told you had end-stage heart failure. How long until they talked about the mechanical heart? And like, what did they do for you in that time? How did they know that you were even going to last?
Well, they dropped me on with a lot of different medications.
Oh.
Some good medications that help for a little bit, but I thought they're not working too well.
Did they do like a sonogram on your heart to see like, oh my gosh, that's enlarged?
Well, yeah, they maybe see the X-ray too. I can see my heart is like almost twice the size its normal heart. It's like huge, but my heart was working overtime to pump blood in my body, and it's like not really good with your heart being that fast and working that hard. Also, it's almost just twice the size.
Yeah.
It's like
so our heart is normally what the
like
size of our fist.
Your fist. And me, like,
it's like the size of our brain. Then they say your brain is Yikes.
So
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, a really scary time. And but like some nights I lay in the hospital bed and in so much pain. I'm really lonely. A lot of my family, they come visit me. Some of my friends too. I'm really thankful for them. Some nights, like, nobody around, and like I feel really lonely. Me in the hospital, I can hope lived until next day.
It'd be so scary.
It's like I feel really lonely. So I remember one Bible verse. Maybe you guys know this too. Psalm 23, Psalms 23, verse 4. Even though I walk through the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. And I repeat that verse a lot to myself, and gifts give me more comfort, and also it gave me a peace. I was a little scared and nervous what was happening to me, and I repeated the verse, and I prayed a lot to God, and He gave me some amazing peace. So I'm really thankful for that. But
that's tough. But I think in those times too, knowing that like your parents are pastors, you have friends and family that pray for you, that know God. I think for people going through that who don't know God, it'd be a very even scarier place. So yeah, the peace you felt, it's something to hold on to for sure.
Yeah. So and then talk about LVAD now.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So the LVAD or mechanical heart is a machine, like a little smaller than my fist, maybe like half the size. Little machine. And doctors do open heart surgery on me to put it in me. They drill a hole in my heart and sew it in there. And so for the machine in my chest, but the cord coming from that, they come out from my belly, and it will attach outside, little battery pack like this big, and I wear the battery pack and a little controller device every hour, every minute, every day. The battery pack supplies power for my heart.
You're surviving on battery power.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's almost 3.5 years, and I'm surprised that's long. But
you still tried to do things with it though, like
yeah, I do. Like
get outside,
I go camping, and some like funny stories. Like when I go camping, like the batteries will last like 6 hours, and they will tell me, "Oh, new battery," and they'll beep really loud, and so I know I'll change them. But I sometimes go camping, and like at night, it's like I hear the beep and really loud. All right, I know, I'll change my battery, and like after that, I'm good for 6 more hours. But
did you like keep a timer on, or did it? I mean, it would alert you anyway. But
the batteries have I get 3 or 4 lights, and then with those they're going bad.
Gotcha.
So
that's good.
And but also with mechanical heart, just a machine. It's like take over for your heart, so your heart is beating, and when it's beating, you feel your pulse. And with the LVAD, it's on a steady flow. It's not beating. It's a machine. Sometimes I lay back and I listen and I hear a machine going in my chest.
Oh,
It's really
creepy.
weird. And but it's so I have no pulse. So I'm alive without a pulse for almost 3.5 years.
And so isn't there some sort of, like, if something were to happen to you, they can't shock you, right?
Yeah, they can't shock me. Like the what's like I can't say the word.
Defibrillator.
Yeah, they can't do it on me.
Yeah.
It's bad if they do it. I'm more careful when I'm on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
And most people didn't know that you don't have a pulse, right?
no, I'll tell them. Really?
Yeah.
I tell them. Yep.
Feel my arm.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be creepy for somebody who's like, if you're passed out and they didn't know what the battery pack was hanging from your side.
Yeah, it's weird.
So what were some restrictions with that battery pack? What couldn't you do?
Well, I'm a scuba diver, but I can't go underwater with it. Like the cord coming from my belly to the battery pack, it's open wound by my belly button, but it's open wound. So I can't go in the water to cover that. So I can't scuba diving for a long time. It's like, man. Also, I get really tired on that. Like I'm a big hiker, but I climb one flight of stairs. I'm really out of breath, and like, man, it's like, really. I climb Mount Rainier, Mount Whitney.
Such a change.
It's like, yeah. The doctors, they tell me after that, you're suffering with
PTSD.
Yeah, you're already active life.
Yeah.
Got a pretty active guy before this, and now it's your whole world changes, and
in that blink of an eye.
Yeah, but
do they ever say like if they had more cases like this with like younger people? Is it common or not? Well, your exact situation.
Some people, young people, they have heart problems. It will happen, but some people's the doctors, they don't know why, and they don't know what happened to my heart.
That's so crazy.
It's weird. So I live with a mechanic heart. What 3 years and 4 months, almost 3.5 years, until I received the call. They call up, well, waiting for the call, and some nurse, they called me when they have a heart for me, and waiting for the call. It's a long time.
Get the LVAD? Are you automatically on the transplant list? Is that how it works?
Kind of, yeah. That with my LVAD, they put me on the heart transplant list, and it's a long list. But you wait, and you will get a heart. But
so mentally, you're waiting for the call every day for 3.5 years.
Yeah. I will always have my phone on me. I answer every call I received, and I'll say I'm a big traveler, but with that LVAD, and I can't go out too far by the hospital, like maybe what was it, like 3 or 2 hours outside the hospital.
And was this in Spokane?
They tell me, well, stay here like around 2 hours. If they call me, I'll be here like within 2 hours. And it's like, okay, but I'm stuck in Spokane. I like the city, but this area, but I want to see it more. There are more places.
It's worse when you are told that you have to be confined, and you don't have that freedom to do what you want.
Yeah.
So tell us then about the call.
Well,
that day.
Yeah, I was driving home on like a Saturday night, and a weird number called me like at 8:00 p.m. and the nurse answered, and the nurse, they tell me, "Hi, this is waiting for this is a nurse, and I'm speaking with Jeremy White. I said, yeah. And they tell me, we'll have a heart for you. And like, man, it's really brings huge joy in my face and my soul. Like when I hear that.
You didn't tell them what day it was, though, that you got that call.
Oh yeah, it's on December 22nd. I received the call like 3 days before Christmas, and they want to do my heart transplant on the 23rd. So on the 22nd, they tell me, well, we're doing your heart transplant next morning at 8 a.m. So come here now. So me, my family, my dad, mom, my younger brother, and me, we drive to Seattle, but that time is really cold, and we cross one mountain pass, and that pass is it's a blizzard on that pass, but we made it, and we get to the hospital, and I changed, and I say bye to my family, my dad, mom, and my brother. I still remember the time walking down the hospital halls, and I really to the OR room, and I still remember the feeling. I have a video of me walking down the halls, and I'm pretty happy, speaking great, waiting for that new heart beating in my chest.
And your parents, were they scared for you? Were they excited?
Yeah,
they were praying for sure.
Yeah, no, they're excited, nervous.
What's the success rate of the heart, like a new heart transplant?
A lot of numbers.
A lot of factors too. I guess.
A lot of factors.
But you were hopeful.
Yeah, I know some people with heart problems too. They survived, and I personally know people with heart issues too. They died waiting for the heart, or within 1 year after their heart transplant, they die. So it's really sad. That's hard. It's yeah. But I know that the odds and my age has helped me to, all right, let's do this. And we did.
Real quick. So you were telling me that like, you can't, like, you received a heart that was 6 years younger than you?
Yeah. My donor, he was 26 when I was.
You were 35?
Oh yeah, I guess 9 years. Oh yeah,
9 years.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Yeah, he died, and so I have his heart. I'm really thankful.
Bittersweet moment.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for his heart. It's like bittersweet. I'm really happy for me, but I'm sad for my donor's family. But it's in and out good. So.
And so this is a good time to tell everyone to be an organ donor.
Yeah.
It's living proof of of a recipient of that. Okay, so you're going into surgery. And you're in Seattle.
Yeah. And so I wake up on Christmas Eve day, and but something's off. When I wake up, and I feel like I'm in like a daze or dreaming, but I'm not. And the nurse told me to like move or
stick your tongue out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can hear her, but I can't respond. Like nothing. I can't make no movement, and I can't speak. And I feel something's off. It's really weird feeling. And later on that afternoon, they test me, and they found out I suffered a serious stroke. So they rushed me with a different ambulance to the other hospital in Seattle to do a procedure to repair my stroke damage.
And that's something that they had to do like quickly, right? Before it got worse.
Yeah. So like Christmas Eve, I go back into another surgery, a procedure, and they get most of the damage out in my brain, but not all of it. So they stopped. I was bleeding in my brain, so they stopped.
Were they keeping your parents in the loop the whole time?
Yeah,
You? So,
yeah.
like,
so it's but like they after that procedure, they transferred me back to the original hospital for my heart transplant surgery, and I wake up on Christmas Day to then and I feel glad I wake up alive, and I feel my heart beating pretty well in my chest, and I'm really thankful for that. And no wires come out from my chest.
yeah.
But I can't speak. I can't feel my right side, my right side of my face, my right arm, like nothing.
Completely numb.
Yeah, it's like just one side, and they tell me again I have suffered a stroke, and I hear my parents talk with the doctors about me speaking or recovering, and they tell them I don't know
if he'll ever speak again.
Yeah, or again move it back.
Oh,
So like below my shoulder, I can't feel anything, and the side of my face when I smile, it's like this, and like really rough for me. I'm happy for my heart, very happy, but I suffer a stroke.
yeah.
Ugh.
Like you're going in for your heart transplant thinking, I'm going to come out of this on
Yeah.
top. It's all going to be good and start my life over. And then another roadblock.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, you're still alive.
Yep.
That's hard though.
Yep. And before, when I was at LVAD, I volunteered with Heart and Stroke Association. I lead the Heart Walk in Spokane for 2 years, and I really enjoyed that. I was the chairman, and I really enjoyed that. So now I'm a perfect candidate for that.
Yeah.
I have a heart transplant and a stroke. I found out when I was doing that, the number one killer of humans is heart disease and stroke. Number one is heart disease, and number two is stroke. And I have both, but yeah, I'm still here, and it's very grateful.
So you woke up Christmas Day, with a stroke. You had your family come see you.
Yeah.
And you had your nieces.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the picture, right?
Yeah. My twin nieces. Yeah, they're just born like
their first Christmas, right?
Yeah, she's like 4 months old. So we have a good time with my family. We're happy. I'm happy to be alive. I know it's a lot of recovery for me. It's been 3 months in Seattle to see therapists for my speaking, my PT, my physical therapy too. They help me to move my arms, gain some muscle back, and also I can speak okay, but it's a long time to make it happen. And before my stroke or after my stroke, I can't say anything, like nothing, and I can't even hum.
But you could understand everybody.
Yeah, I can hear them fine, but I can't make a sound with my mouth. And like, and I know there were sometimes the nurses at night, they live someone in my room, so if I need something, I can motion to them like I need something or use the bathroom. They will help me. But man, like I feel really lonely. Like I have a heart disease, a heart stroke too, heart transplant, a stroke, and
now another thing to overcome.
It's like, man, I feel really lonely, and I remember the verse I quoted, and I quote the verse to myself even now. Psalms 23 verse 4. Even though I walk through the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for a year with me, and I repeat that in my head. I can't speak it out, but I can repeat that in my head, and give me amazing peace.
So what was the first word you spoke?
Maybe 3 weeks later, after my stroke, I say, "Mom."
And as a mom, like, that makes me tear up because, man, if those were my boys in there, I'd whip around as fast as your mom probably did.
Yeah,
What did you say?
Yeah, it's what you'd say something? Yeah, they're really happy for me, and me too. Like, but I say one word, and maybe next day I say someone else. But it's a slow progress to learn English again.
I was going to ask you, I don't think I've ever asked you this. Once you did say mom, you just said it was a slow process, but was it easier then to say the next word? And did that come kind of quickly? Or?
No, slow.
Yeah.
It's when my first word was say mom. 3 weeks later, but after that, I meet with a speech therapist, and but they help me do. It's like I'm in kindergarten.
Yeah.
It's like they tell me how say the sound for this letter A, B, and like apple, boy, C.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know I know what sound, but I can't make the sound in my mouth.
Yeah.
But it's a long time now, over 5 years ago, and I speak okay now, and
not just okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
Being humble about it, and everyone that talks to you that's known you for that long is like you. I mean, just even in a year, leaps and bounds from what you were.
I'm really glad I speak this well. Really thankful. But my spelling is horrible. Before my stroke, I'm a pretty good speller, but now, man, I really struggle with my spelling. Also, my sentence structure is off. Sometimes, if I speak, sometimes I seem rude, but I'm not trying to be that. I'm not being rude, but sometimes I say it. You just say this words and I say it, but I'm not being rude. But give a little grace for me. I'm getting better, but sometimes I seem rude, but I'm not with my words.
Yeah.
So
so it's 5 years later now.
Yeah. I get married to my wife, Lisa, and we have 3 boys. And we're getting married almost like 2.5 years ago. I really enjoy my life now. It's a slower pace, but it's fine.
Different.
It's different, but I really enjoy being a dad and a good husband to my wife. And thank you for putting this together. I can't do it without you. Like, thank you.
You didn't do it at all.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I'll speak, but you do all this.
Oh, thank you. It was fun. It was challenging.
Yeah.
Just tonight had some difficulties with the recording, but
yeah, but we're
sweat and tears.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that God kept me alive until this point, and I'm not sure what is our future, but I'm really thankful and hopeful that God used me a lot with my struggles and to touch other people. They see me what I'm going through, and wow, why are you still going on? Like, how are you still carrying on? And because of Him, and I can't do it by my own power. And the doctors, they saved me, but I'm so thankful to them. But God gave me some amazing grace, and He was always there with me, and it's pretty powerful.
Well, and some people that go through hard stuff like that, that's so depressing. I mean, and it is, but you can either come out a champion like you, or sit and sulk about it and be miserable. I mean, I would like to say that I would be strong. I mean, I have the boys, and that would be what would keep me going for sure, is being able for them to be their mom still and do all the things I need to do. But definitely having God in your life is huge. So yeah, I'm grateful. Like, I didn't know Jeremy during all this time. So like, these questions that I'm asking him are questions that I've never asked you before or may have forgotten. But I met him almost a year after the transplant and the stroke. So there was challenges for me too along the way. But maybe we'll talk about that in the next video, of like how we met and all that, and I'll kind of share my side, my point of view, as I wasn't here for this part. But something I wanted you to talk about real quick was the aphasia and apraxia, if that's how you say it, right?
Yeah. They tell me I suffered aphasia and apraxia with my stroke. It's like two things, but they affect my brain committing to my mouth. So my brain
communicating,
to my mouth. So I think it's
like a faulty wire there.
Yeah. So it affects me a lot. They told me that after they figured this out. So it's happens a lot of stroke victims. They have this too. But my speech therapist, she write out for me a little card, and I keep with me if we go driving by myself. If a cop pull me over, I'll show him this card, and so he can understand what I'm not. I can really talk to him.
Yeah.
But I show those cards, and but.
Well, you wouldn't want them. I mean, I'm sure people have thought that, something's wrong with you. Like, is he intoxicated? If you're not able to say something. So yeah, especially when driving, like, it's good to have that. Like, I'm fine. I just speeding.
Yeah. I can hear you fine, but I can't talk back.
Yeah.
Well, like for me, like maybe 2 years later after my stroke, maybe 3 years, but maybe 2 years later, I can go to order something in the drive-through. And like, I struggle with order something on the drive-through. When I say something, other people, they can't understand me.
Yeah.
It's like,
so then what do you do?
Yeah. So I go, they can't understand me. So I drive the window and I'll show them. But
I think that's like my worst fear, is being trapped in my own body, like that, not being able to speak, but understanding everything, and like having people maybe make decisions for you because they think that you can't. And you're hearing these things and disagreeing with them maybe, or I just think that'd be so tough. And so now when Jeremy speaks, when we first met, it was like 1 to 2 words at a time, and like really long gaps in between, and a lot of hand motions. And I really was like, I had to guess what you were trying to say, basically. I'm like, is this what you mean? And now you've gotten so much better, but there's still frustration when he's talking, publicly, or, even within our life group, and he's trying to explain something. But
also on the podcast too, you hear me pause, or when I stumble with my words, happens to me daily.
Well, you have good days and bad days for sure.
Yeah. But when I try to say something, a lot of things in my head, and but hard for me to get them out with my words. And sometimes I'll take a break and, all right, I'll start again. But it's really frustrating for me. And I know how to speak, but I can't speak when I want to say.
Probably be in the same boat. Like, I'm just an impatient person by nature, and I like to do things on my own, if I can. And so feeling inadequate there, it'd be really defeating. But here you are, and doing amazing. And like, I like what our life group leader said. He's like, when Jeremy talks, he's like, the room listens. Like, everyone's silent because what you have to say is so important, and people really want to hear you. So they have no choice but to just be quiet and listen. And I love that. But
Yeah.
Everyone is very impressed by you, and I'm glad I got to meet you and now marry you.
Yeah. Yep.
But,
thanks for saying yes to marry me.
of course.
I was pretty nervous. Well, she can understand me when I was saying, can I
will you marry me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold that down on one knee was kind of a giveaway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and at our wedding, we did write our own vows, and
oh yeah,
you spoke that really well. I was just so focused on that, but I think a lot of people from our wedding said there was not a dry eye when you were speaking your vows. But
yeah, I was surprised they say the words okay. Yeah, I was pretty nervous.
I was nervous too. I want to do a whole podcast on that day too. That'll be fun.
Yeah, so hopefully my story and our story encourage other people, and people dealing with heart problems, life problems, medical issues, or divorce. But you're not alone. It's like you're not alone.
I think that's the biggest thing too, is knowing that you're not alone. There's always somebody out there.
Yeah. So hopefully we encourage you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll just wrap it up here, and thank you guys for listening. Again, you can share, and this is on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate that. And we're going to try to get these up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if not now, hopefully soon. And I guess that's it.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys in our next episode.